Welcome to the graduation ceremony for the Air Force's Multi-Domain Warfare Officer Initial Skills Training, Class 21 Bravo. I am Major Marvin Ninja Arita, today's Master of Ceremonies and fellow 13 Oscar. At this time, we would like to recognize our distinguished guests in attendance today. Our guest speaker for today's graduation, the Commander of the 609th Air Operations Center, Colonel Joshua Koslov. Our presiding official, the Commander, 505th Command and Control Wing, Colonel Frederick Coleman. The Commander, 705th Training Squadron, Lieutenant Colonel Marcus Bryan. We would also like to extend a very special welcome to everyone joining us here and virtually, especially the commanders, chiefs, first sergeants, colleagues, friends, and families of today's graduates. While we have had to adapt the graduation ceremony in light of health protection guidelines, we are honored to have those of you who could join us, and thank you for your understanding. We appreciate all the support that you have provided to these outstanding officers. Today's graduation celebrates the 5th class of the United States Air Force's newest career field, Multi-Domain Warfare Officers, also known as 13 Oscars. In line with the Chief of Staff of the Air Force's vision, this course was created to develop the Air Force's operational level command and control experts responsible for integrating joint and coalition operations across multiple domains. 13 Oscars will be the recognized experts in planning and executing joint all-domain operations. Furthermore, 13 Oscars will understand and lead the application of joint all-domain command and control at the operational level of war. On July 6th, Class 21 Bravo started their journey when they arrived here at Hurlbut Field. As a class, they have worked tirelessly over the past 20 weeks, learning and honing their operational planning skills. In addition to tackling a challenging training program, they have also had to face and overcome the unprecedented challenges presented by the ongoing COVID-19 global pandemic. Included in this class are 4 graduates of the 13 Oscar Multi-Domain Warfare Officer Instructor Upgrade Training Class. These 4 students are only the 2nd class to be upgraded to instructor. These students were selected based on their experience and their performance as multi-domain warfare officers in United States air and space operations centers throughout the world. May these students come forward and be recognized. In addition to our active duty officers, Class 21 Bravo features 13 Oscars from the Air Force Reserve and Air National Guard. This class also graduates the first ever joint 13 Oscar student from the Army National Guard and the first ever non-AFSC-awarded graduate. We will continue to work with our joint and total force partners to expand the reach and impact of 13 Oscars out in the field. Today we graduate and present 18 resilient multi-domain warfighters to America's air, space, and cyber operations centers, as well as their supporting air operations groups and joint partners. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to introduce Class 21 Bravo's guest speaker, Colonel Joshua Koslov, Commander of the 609th Air Operations Center. Colonel Koslov is responsible for providing command and control of air operations to 2 geographically separated locations in Central Command Area of Responsibility. Sir, the floor is yours.
Is this thing on? Did I pass the test? All right. Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good night. How you guys doing today? Go by Mule. Thank you for being out here. Thank you for having me here. It's a real treat to have the opportunity to talk to all of you very briefly. And I will just start off with a few words of thanks. But for the folks in the back of the room, I am standing up. So if you can't see me, bring it closer. I know there's COVID rules, but I mean, why wouldn't you want to see this face? Hey, just a couple of motherhood items before we get going. During the ceremony, to the families and friends, please feel free to come up and take pictures. If there's babies out there and they start crying, that's okay. This is an event that you should celebrate with your family member, so don't worry about that. I'm an informal guy, and Colonel Coleman has given me the floor, so I can make the rules for 25 minutes, right? Hey, so before we get going too much forward, a couple more motherhoods. Thank you to all the people that made this ceremony possible. Right? So I always like to try to thank them up front because sometimes we forget to do that. So thank you to all the people that made this happen for us today. And then thank you to Colonel Coleman and the 505th team. It's been awesome being here for the past 2 days. Definitely a super professional organization, and all of your folks are on point. And it's awesome to see you leading them and out in front. So thank you. Thank you to the folks that have us on Facebook. So apparently we're streaming live. So hopefully we don't become viral, and I'm not a meme. And then just thank you to Troll for having me come out and give this talk today. And then the final admin thanks is to the instructors. It's always nice to pause and think about those guys. So this is, for each of them, it's probably at least their second, third, or fourth class. And thank you to them and their families for the investment of time and energy they put into you guys over the past, over the past 20 weeks. So to the instructor cadre, I feel ya. These guys are going to graduate, and a new batch is probably showing up soon. So take a break, apply lessons learned, and keep on moving. So thank you very much for you guys for your effort and your time. All right, to the class graduating today, just a couple of quick words. We need you. We need you badly. The level of planning and capability that you bring to the fight, that you've been instilled here at the 505th in your course, is something that the United States Air Force and the Joint Force needs right now, today. And I need you guys to take the lessons you've learned here, and I need you to apply those. You might be in my AOC in just a couple weeks, you know, if something happened, and I'm going to count on you to solve problems rapidly, efficiently, and have the right answer, or give me a host of options that lead me to the right answer in order to support General Guillot and ultimately General McKenzie in the CENTCOM AOR. We value the capability that has been brought into you guys, or planned into you guys. And it was remarkable yesterday to sit and watch the level and quality of the briefings that you gave at the level that you did. I was really impressed. I'll be honest with you. There were moments where I was like, man, I wish my guys could brief like that. And I don't say that to make fun of my guys, because my guys are the best in the world. We're the only combat-focused AOC out there right now. But you guys really took on the charge and really presented something that I thought was super high level, and also super focused, and drove to the points that we needed it to drive to. One thing I'd like to press upon you is that, you know, the world's volatile. It's uncertain right now. There's a lot of complexity, and there's, you know, ambiguity out there with what's going to happen in the geopolitical space and in the Air Force space and those kind of things. And so what I ask you guys to do is to kind of really knuckle down and bone up on your knowledge on the threats facing us from our near peers, China and Russia. We're at a place now where we haven't been since, you know, the 70s and 80s, where we have people that can stand toe-to-toe with the United States, right? And they can inflict harm and damage to us. And we need the capability that you guys have in order to plan our way out of that. We're in a fiscally constrained environment. So as Winston Churchill said once, right? We're out of money, now we have to think. And so that's what you guys are going to do. You're just going to be the thinkers that are out there in AOCs and other places who are developing the plans by which we can fly, fight, and win. And we need you to be able to do that, right? But it's not just China and Russia. There's other adversaries out there that can inflict harm on our nation. Iran is not a slouch, right? They are a very capable adversary. And also the adversaries, you know, our violent extremist organizations. That can always be a problem, right? But that's something that we're going to have to conquer together. So I charge you guys, right? Kind of go forward and use the talent that you have in that volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguous environment to build your commanders and your leaders feasible, realistic, and executable options. That's the thing we need most from you, is you guys have to chart the path by which we can have discussions about what is the best way to go when we don't have all the information and we have to take action. And that is what we have asked you to do over this past 20 weeks, was learn those skills, learn the JAPA, right? But most important of the JAPA is learn how to analyze a problem, put it in some parameters, and then chart a course and present the boss some options that she can execute in a time of crisis, right? We're not going to have time. So we talked yesterday to a larger group, but you might find yourself waking up one day and having to execute an evacuation of a country with no pre-planning. And I'll tell you, as the AOC commander, I leaned heavily on my 13 Oscar team. And those guys are spread out across the AOC enterprise that is the 609th AOC, and they're doing hard work every day. And that's what I need you guys to be able to do for the Air Force. We've instilled some trust in you. We trust you to do what you're about to do. So please go forth and continue to earn that trust and kick some tail for us. and build us those options that are feasible, realistic, executable, so we can fly, fight, and win. Thank you very much for what you're about to do. I don't care about what you've done. It's what you do starting today as soon as you get that diploma in your hand and you walk out these doors. Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Thank you, Colonel Koslov. Class 21 Bravo, the time is finally here. Graduates, prepare for graduation. As you come to the stage, you will be handed your 13 Oscar wings by Lieutenant Colonel Bryan. Founded along with the inception of the 13 Oscar course, the wings serve as instant visibility and credibility in the Joint Operational Planning spectrum. The Institute of Heraldry describes the wings as follows. The Lightning Bolt wings are adapted from the United States Air Force Cyberspace Operator Badge, while the traditional wings are adapted from several aeronautical badges and are iconic to the nature of the Air Force. The orbital rings and pole stars are representative of the Space Operations Badge. The globe is an element of the remotely piloted aircraft and command and control badges. The integration of several U.S. Air Force symbols highlights the multi-domain aspect of the occupation. The crossed axe and arrow express the dynamic balance of physical force and strategic wisdom, emphasizing a cunning intelligence and a mastery of tactics and strategy. Following the receipt of the wings, the students will then receive their graduate certificates from Colonel Koslov. The graduates of Class 21 Bravo are Captain Timothy Goose Blagbro, coming from the 71st Rescue Squadron at Moody Air Force Base, Georgia, and heading to the 1st Air Force Detachment 3, Patrick Space Force Base, Florida. Captain Charles Cobo Boyer, coming from the 19th Special Operations Squadron, Hurlbut Field, Florida, and heading to the 607th Air Operations Center, Osan Air Base, South Korea. Captain Dave Wave Casas, coming from the 91st Operations Group at Minot Air Force Base, North Dakota, and heading to the 608th Air Operations Center, Barksdale Air Force Base, Louisiana. Captain John Slater Fernandez, returning to the 319th Missile Squadron at F.E. Warren Air Force Base, Wyoming. Major Kenneth Flip Farrell, returning to the 217th Air Operations Group at Battle Creek Air National Guard Base, Battle Creek, Michigan. Major William G2 Gillette, returning to the 174th Attack Wing at Hancock Field Air National Guard Base, Syracuse, New York. Major Chandler Lucky Harms, coming from the 821st Security Forces Squadron, Thule Air Base, Greenland, and heading to the 609th Air Support Squadron, Shaw Air Force Base, South Carolina. Captain Brenda Dunder Jacobs, returning to the 701st Combat Operations Squadron, March Air Force Base, California. Captain Kevin Dexter Jones, returning to the 603rd Air Operations Center, Ramstein Air Base, Germany. Major Holland Money Matthews, coming from the 621st Air Control Squadron at Osan Air Base, South Korea, and heading to the 705th Training Squadron in Hurlbut Field, Florida. Major Matthews is also a distinguished graduate whose achievements placed her in the top 10% of the class. Captain Ryan Whipawita, coming from the 37th Air Control Squadron, Tyndall Air Force Base, Florida, and heading to the National Space Defense Center, Schriever Space Force Base, Colorado. Major Wilson Puma Perez, returning to the 700th Air Support Squadron, Langley Air Force Base, Virginia. Major Jeremiah Letigre Sexton, returning to the 710th Combat Operations Squadron, Langley Air Force Base, Virginia. Captain Craig A.O.D. Simmon, our first joint partner graduate, returning to the 3rd Battalion, 238th General Support Aviation Battalion, Grand Ledge Armory, Michigan. Captain Garrett Rooster Swallow, coming from the Peterson-Schriever Garrison, Schriever Space Force Base, Colorado, and heading to Space Delta 5, Vandenberg Space Force Base, California. Captain Daniel Nope Wallace, returning to the 183rd Air Operations Group, Capitol Airport Air National Guard Base, Springfield, Illinois. Captain Wallace is also a distinguished graduate whose achievements placed him in the top 10% of the class. Major David Dream Weaver, returning to the 152nd Air Operations Group, Hancock Field Air National Guard Base, Syracuse, New York. Captain Caitlin Huck Zamiti, coming from the National Reconnaissance Office, Buckley Space Force Base, Colorado, and heading to the 705th Training Squadron, Hobart Field, Florida. Congratulations to the United States Air Force's newest multi-domain warfare officers. Stand by, sir. Stand by one. In each class, there are students whose performance warrants special recognition. As your name is called, please come to the stage and be recognized. The academic ace is awarded to the student with the highest academic average throughout the course. 21 Bravo's academic ace is Captain Ryan Whip Oida. Finally, our Odysseus Leadership Award is based not only on academic performance, but also considers excellence in leadership, followership, and overall contributions throughout the entire course. This officer will undoubtedly continue to set the bar high for 13 Oscars to follow. The Odysseus Leadership Award winner for 21 Bravo is Major Holland Money Matthews. Thank you, Colonel Koslov, Colonel Bryan. We would now like to invite Colonel Coleman to provide some closing remarks.
What was that last award called? Odysseus Award. Looked like Colonel Koslov almost didn't give it up. You like that one? Congratulations, Monia. Congratulations to the whole class. Families, it's really great to have you out here. Thanks for taking the time to come out here and celebrate your loved ones who have been working really, really hard over the past few months to accomplish this graduation and learn everything that they learned, which is a lot, and it's really important. Thanks to the instructors and the schoolhouse and the staff that made all this possible, and the folks who put the ceremony together. You guys did a fantastic job. And now to our multi-domain warfare officers, our best joint planners in the Air Force, the future of command and control of the Air Force. Congratulations, man. This is huge. The Air Force needs you. The Air Force needs this profession. They need your expertise. And we're excited to have you. The function that we perform, this function that you're going to do, this operational C2 thing, this has been with us. It's probably, in my opinion, as an armchair historian, it's the longest function that we've had in warfare throughout time, right? So we haven't always had space, we haven't always had airplanes, we haven't always had tanks, we haven't always had guns. But there's always been somebody who makes the decisions, and then somebody who communicates to the forces how you're going to execute those decisions, and that's command and control, and that is your new profession. You should be really proud of that. You know, we have had in the Air Force, we have had tactical C2 experts, battle management, folks who are doing tactical command and control. We've never in the Air Force, never, ever had operational C2 experts. And you are among the first in the Air Force that the Air Force has ever had. Less than 200 in the Air Force now. Folks that are expert at operational level command and control, at campaign planning, at planning and executing, commanding and controlling at the operational level, not battles, not exchanges, not one-off tit for tat, but the entire campaign. That is your specialty now. That is your expertise. And you do it, you communicate it, you plan it at every level, in every domain that we have available to us. We've never had a question like that before in the Air Force. And so I'm really excited to see what you're going to do. I'm really proud of you. Our 13 Oscars, our multi-domain warfare officers have been really killing it in the Air Force today. They've done a lot of great things. We heard General Briggy and General Gio sing praises about the folks, the 13 Oscars that they've had that delivered results. Put the same from the USFK commander, the same from the PACAT commander. You guys are killing it. You are the future of the Air Force, and the Air Force needs you, so I'm really, really proud of you. Thanks for volunteering to be a part of this community. Thanks for being our operational C2 experts. I'm glad to have you on the team. Congratulations on your graduation. Thanks for being here today. Good work, everybody. You know, there's never been a better time to be in the C2 business. The Final Fit's at the heart. Thanks for being part of the Final 15. Thanks.
Thanks, Coleman.